Okay, so let's just do a real quick data flow. And literally, I titled this video 5 minutes to a fast and easy data flow task. Yeah, I expect it to take us about 5 minutes because I'm not really going to dig down deep into all the sources and all the destinations and transformations. I'm going to do it quick. I'm going to do it easy. I want you to just get the basic idea down. Okay? Next video and the subsequent videos in this chapter and course for that matter are going to go way deeper. So you're going to get your fill. Back over here, empty data flow test. Let me just get rid of this package. This is just a bunch of junk, right? Actually, I just get rid of all this junk. Right? Just forget it. I don't want any of that. Grab a new data flow task. Start fresh, right? So if you have not, let me go ahead and just tell you, if you have not installed the sample databases, it might be a good time for you to go back to chapter 2, watch the videos on how to install the sample databases and get that started, because the rest of this chapter and really the rest of this course is going to depend on you having the AdventureWorks set of databases on your SQL server, or at least on a SQL server that you can access. So I'm going to take advantage of that. I already have mine set up and I'm going to use that. So I'm just going to my data flow and hey, let's pick out a source. I'm going to go in maybe like 3 videos, 2 videos, and I got a whole in-depth look of here's what the ADO.NET is. Here's when you use it. Here's exactly what it does. Okay. Right now, OLADB source. Going to be simple. You want to connect to a SQL Server 2005, 2000, 2008 system. That's your guy. Double click. I need to create a connection manager. My connection manager allows me to do reuse throughout the package. I can use the same connection manager multiple times. I want to connect using OLADB to my SQL Server. Again, I'm not going to go through the details of this yet because I'm going to do that in another video, a 5-minute guide, right? So I'm going to choose this. So I say this, I say local host because I'm on the machine right now. And I want to choose, here's my AdventureWorks 2008. Sweet. Okay. Say OK. Now, what is it that I want to do? I can do a whole table or I can write a query. Well, I'm going to write a query. Again, 5-minute guide. Build my query. You bring up the query builder here. So let it jit and come up here. Blah, 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 blah. Can't wait for my SSD drive. So I right click, I add my table. You don't have to do this. I'm doing this really in part just to show you that it even exists. A lot of people don't know that it exists. I will use the department table and I'll add it and I'll just grab all columns. Okay, you can choose the columns individually if that's your bag. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to pick the select star. Okay. Forget about whether it's right, wrong. I don't care. I'm just doing a little quick demo. The columns, every one of them. Don't worry about external output, blah, blah, just forget it. Destination, where do I want it to go? Well, let's create a flat file with it, just for fun. And I'm doing no fancy transformations. Notice that I am completely ignoring the transformations tab. When I do that, it's just going to copy the file, copy the data from the table directly to the file. Cool. Which file? I need to make a new connection manager. It's a delimited file. And we're waiting for the connection manager. I know it looks like I'm not doing anything, but we're waiting. There we go. So here's my flat file connection manager. We will create a file that does not exist yet, and we'll call it departments.txt. And I want it to be delimited. It could be fixed width. Delimited. I don't want anything around the text fields. Sometimes I might put double quotes around the text. The row delimiter here is going to be the control line feed, which is a new line. I want column names in the first row. And the columns are going to match. Notice that it has automatically mapped the columns in my text file to the columns from the table. Cool. Well, did it actually match up? Notice also that I'm using a comma delimited system. Did it also match up the data types? Well, yeah, actually, we'll cover data types in not too far from now. But it matched up integers and strings and then a date time. Okay, cool. Say okay. Mappings. So we're going to take the department ID, and I'm hitting the delete key right here. If I can right click there, I'll delete it. And then I can just drag them over if I didn't get them all set up. Or I could say match them up there. Yeah, I'm going to go through it a little slower in the next couple of videos. Settle down. Okay, I'm done. I hit F5, I cross my fingers. It actually works. And there you go. That's what we dumped out right there. We told it we wanted column names in the first row. We wanted it separated by commas. Doesn't get much simpler than that, right? Let's come back. Let's do the next video and go a little bit deeper.